This is not your typical podcast.
Get ready for adult conversations with world changers.
Led by two unstoppable hosts with Down syndrome. The Audrey
And Jeremy Show.
What's up, guys? My name is Audrey Presby, and we're watching the Audrey and Jeremy Show.
Yes, we are. Welcome back. Hello, I am Jeremy Frazier. We are so happy you are here. Our guest today is Shawn Green. If you love baseball, you probably know that he was an award-winning, record-breaking professional baseball player. He's widely regarded as the most promotion Jewish baseball player since Sandy Koufax. But you may not know that he was an author, speaker, the co-founder of the super cool company called Greenfly. Shawn lived in Newport Beach, California, with his wife Lindsay and their two daughters, Presley and Chandler.
Who I know all of them.
Wow.
I just wanted to mention that. So, welcome, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here with you guys.
Yes.
Okay, my question's first. So you played in Major League Baseball for 15 years. How old were you when you fell in love with baseball?
So I fell in love with baseball from the time I was maybe like 3 years old. I played other sports. I played soccer. I played basketball. But for me, baseball was always my favorite. My dad would come home from work, and I would have the bat and ball ready, and we'd play in the yard. And over time, the more I played, the better I got. And so I think it's kind of like a snowball. And you start performing better, and you like it even more. And that's what happened to me. And fortunately, it was my job for a long time.
Oh, that sounds so awesome.
That
I would love to be a baseball player.
I played baseball my whole life.
You too?
Yeah, I done it my whole life, and it's incredible feeling to play and being a player.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I mean, it's being outside on the grass, throwing the ball around, catching it, hitting it. It's fun.
Yeah, it is.
I used to play. Except when I was young, when I did it, I wasn't like, the team was called Tiger Sharks. It wasn't like a professional baseball team name, but I did get invited to play at the Angel Stadium, which was super fun. Yeah. I was pretty cute.
Isn't it amazing how big the stadium is when you're standing on the field?
Definitely.
Yes.
I was there like for multiple different events.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to step on the field and be like, all these people are here, but I am here in the spotlight.
That's right. And then the grass is perfect, and everything's like, there's no weeds, everyth's perfect. Yeah.
It's
pretty
like soccer, but if it's better.
I
Because
agree.
you get to hit a ball.
That's right.
Yeah,
Kick it.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Who was someone that inspired you when you were growing up?
Yeah, I would say probably my father, because he coached a lot of my teams, and he always loved sports. He still coaches. He's 80. He'll be 83 years old, and he still coaches youth sports. So he's this great coach. And for me, it was a way to connect and be with him. And we both enjoyed. He still enjoyed playing the game with me. He coached my basketball teams. He coached my baseball teams, and it was just fun to hang out with him. And then it was nice when I made it to the major leagues. My dad got to watch. He came to a bunch of the games, especially when I came from the Blue Jays in Toronto over to the Dodgers, because they live here. They got to go to most of my games, and they really enjoyed it.
Man, that's awesome.
Awesome.
I should go and watch the Dodgers play again.
Yeah.
Who do you guys? Who's your team? The Angels or Dodgers?
Dodgers.
I love
I'm
that.
a straight-up Dodger fan.
You are a Dodger fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
We're both are.
Yeah.
So, the other day, while me and Jeremy were researching, a new reel popped up about May 23rd, So, oh, you're not even close. 20, come on.
2002.
Thank you,
there it
2002.
Thanks.
What can you tell us about the record-breaking day?
Yeah, so that was, for me, it was an amazing day. So it was the start of the season. I was kind of in a slump, so I wasn't hitting well. And it was a tough stretch, like about, call it 40-ish games. And then we went to Milwaukee, and all of a sudden everything started to click. I started to find my swing again and had a couple good games. Then all of a sudden on May 23rd, I had my first at-bat. I hit a double, and then the next 3 at-bats, I hit home runs in each of those at-bats. And then the fifth at-bat, I hit a single. And then the manager we were beating the team by a lot. So a lot of times when that's happening, they take the starters out and they get other people a chance to play. But he was going to take me out of the game. And I said, well, maybe I might get another chance to hit a 4th home run. So can I stay in the game? And he said, yeah. And then sure enough, my teammate hit a home run with 2 outs in the last inning, and it got me another at bat, and I hit a 4th home run. So it set a record. It was the most total bases in a game. It tied the record for the most home runs in a game. And at the time, there was like 13 or 14 people who had ever done that. But then I had also had a single and a double, so that means I had 19 total bases. So if you hit a single, it's 1 base. If you hit a double, it's 2 total bases. Home runs, 4 total bases. So I had 19 total bases in the game, and that's still a record.
That's impressive.
That's very impressive.
I'm curious if Jeremy wants to do that. Do you want to do that?
I done it once, and it was pretty cool.
Home runs?
Yeah.
So how many home runs have you have done?
I'm not gonna show off, but
It's fine. I'm just curious.
I done it. I done it when I was at baseball practice. I hit a home run all the way to the fence,
Did you really?
and it was like very low on. Like the ball was like, I was hitting the ball really hard. All of a sudden, I think I didn't hit a car, but the car was parked there.
That's good.
And the ball was like right next to the tire.
Really? And you
Yeah.
just keep running?
I keep running.
Oh, that was awesome.
So
love
yes,
that.
I done it before.
Well, at least you did break a window.
No, I did not break a window.
That's a pain. When you break a window, you got to
Yeah, you have to pay for it.
you gotta
Yeah.
pay
But-
for it. You got to ring
Yeah.
the doorbell. And
Yeah.
that's tough.
I apologize. Yeah.
I've done that.
Do you remember your first home run, and what was that moment like?
Yeah, my first home run was also in Milwaukee, the same city, but it was a lot earlier. It was in 1995. It was my first full year. And yeah, I hit a home run. And I was super excited because, at that time, when you first get called up to the major leagues, I was in the minor leagues before that. When you first get called to the major leagues, you want to do well enough to stay, because if you don't do well, they send you back down. So you hit a home run, it kind of takes all the pressure off. It's like, I got one. When you look at the scoreboard, they show they show your batting average and your home runs and your runs batted in. And so all of a sudden, instead of a 0, there's a 1. So I was like, I did it. And he gave me, or the fans gave the ball to the bat boy, and then I got to keep the ball. So
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's
Special ball.
awesome.
It's a
Yeah.
special ball.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
So you went to Stanford before playing professionally. How important was school to you?
It was really important. I worked really hard in high school, and Stanford was always a dream. And I was at the end of high school, I got drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays in the first round, and I was supposed to play at Stanford. So it was a really tough decision. And then I decided that I was going to sign and play professionally instead of playing at Stanford, because once you sign professionally, you can't play in college anymore. And so I signed, but I stayed there and went to school part-time. So in the off season, because baseball starts in the spring, ends in the end of summer. And so I was able to go to the fall and the winter quarters at Stanford for a couple years, and I still played in the minor leagues in the spring and summer.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Who was your favorite team to play for, and why?
Yeah, I loved playing for all the teams. I think Toronto was great because it's where I came up, and I had a lot of really good friends that I played with for a long time. Played with some of them for 8 years, and then I got traded to the Dodgers, which was awesome too because it's home, and get to play in front of my family and friends and play in beautiful weather. You know, in Toronto, there's a roof. Toronto actually has a convertible dome, so it's open, and then if it rains, they close it. So it's pretty neat.
That's cool.
It's cool, yeah. But still, like during the day, it's cold outside during April and part of May.
Yeah.
And then I went to Arizona, which was super hot in the summer. So I didn't love being there as much. And then I ended with the New York Mets, which was fun because there's so much. New York City. Have you guys been in New York City?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. New York's super fun, and so the fans are super energized and crazy, and it makes it fun to play in front of fans like that.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to become a professional athlete?
Yeah, to become a professional athlete, it's like anything. You gotta just spend a ton of time on it. For me, I was hitting all the time. I was practicing all the time, and then as you get older, you gotta work out a lot and stay in shape. And there's so many parts of your game that you have to stay on top of. You have to make sure you can run and throw and stay injury free. And if you have injuries, you have to deal with it. So you're always trying to make sure all parts of your game are ready to go. And I think I would tell someone, you got to love it and you got to practice all the time.
Yeah.
Just like dance, right?
Oh, yeah. You have to practice dance.
Yep.
Yeah, people don't think that's a sport.
It is.
But it is. It is.
2 daughters, yeah, they know. They danced all the time, many
yeah.
hours a week.
Wow. What inspires you to write your book, The Way of Baseball, Fighting Stillness at 95 miles per hour?
Yeah, so I brought it for you. Here's the book right here.
Hey.
And I signed it in the title page here to you guys. Where is it? I signed it to both of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay.
To Audrey and
Yay.
Jeremy, congrats on the podcast. You two are amazing people and an inspiration. So
Oh,
there's the book. So you can
yay.
show.
Wow.
Got the book.
Yeah. So
that.
hopefully you enjoy it. Yeah. So it was kind of about, I tried to bring more mindfulness. So like really being like present and all that, like that type of philosophy into my practice and my playing. And so it's kind of about the ups and downs and how that helped me as a player and as a person. And that's what the book's about.
Oh, I love it.
I love that.
You want to put some more right now?
Wow.
Yeah, isn't it cool?
That is like every person wants to read this book.
I hope so.
I know there's somebody who did.
When I was playing baseball, it sounds cool because you're like a role model for me to just go out there and play baseball the rest of my life. So hopefully I'll play again soon.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
I love this book.
Okay. So you're also a co-founder of Greenfly. Said that you bring the same mindset to the office that made you an awesome baseball player. He said that you are all about stillness in chaos, clarity under pressure, ego out of the equation. Will you book teach us about getting into the mindset?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important in whatever you're doing and to just really focus on what needs to be done and not, we all worry about things that could potentially happen or like regret things that we did wrong and we should have changed this. And we all do that, but the more you can kind of shift your focus and say, okay, this is what we need to do right now and let's get it done, and the better. Whether it's baseball, if I could be in a slump and not get a hit for 3 games, and I could be upset about it, or I could worry about, we have a lot of hard games ahead of us, tough pitchers we're going to face, or I could just focus on today, this one at bat, this one pitch, and that's kind of that's what it's about. And yeah, so I think it applies. That's kind of why I wrote the book too, is because I think it applies to whatever we're doing in life. And people that have read it have told me that they could relate to it in their jobs or in other sports or whatever, and that makes me feel really good.
That feels impactful because a lot that mindset is in your head.
For sure.
Especially like as a baseball player, showing the way that play it again and show they are capable of doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you are guys new athletes for baseball, definitely recommend getting this book. It might give you some tips to how to be a better baseball player.
Yes.
Now you can talk that question.
We heard you gave a pep talk to Arizona men's college basketball team before they went to the Final Four. Is there any part of that pep talk you can share with us today?
It was kind of about it was really about focusing on like kind of tricks and tools I used when I was playing to get out of my thoughts and not be so stressed, because especially in March Madness, the college basketball tournament, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of ups and downs. All of a sudden you're losing, and this is what you've been playing for the whole season. So it's about how to get in tune with your breathing, or like feel something in your body, to when you're focused on your hands or your feet or whatever it is, then you're not thinking, your attention's not in all these like stressful thoughts, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of how to do that, and they were fine without me talking to them. They're a great team, but it was nice. The coach read my book and liked it, so he wanted me to come in there, and it was an honor to do that, because I really respect their team and their program.
That's awesome. That's really impressive.
That's the way to baseball.
I was sad they didn't win, but they got to the Final Four, so they did great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So after baseball, you started a tech company called Greenfly. How did you go from baseball to short form digital media?
Yeah, so I always liked the tech stuff, so I was wanted to do a start up a company. And so what Greenfly does is the leagues are our customers, and so they'll use our software. Like we have an app on the phone, and they can log in on their Safari or Chrome or whatever, and the portal, and all the photographers are taking pictures and shooting videos at the stadium. That's all coming through our system, and we use our software. Will tag everyone who's in the picture, and if it's a touchdown or a dunk, it'll tag all that stuff. And if there's a Coca-Cola logo, that'll tag that. So then when the players get off the field or the court, they have their own gallery of all their own photos and videos to share on the Instagram or TikTok or wherever they want to share it. And so we're the software that makes all that, automatically sends all the content where it's supposed to go.
That's actually something that everybody's doing now.
Yeah, you guys are good on social media.
Yeah.
You guys do a lot.
Trying to uplift my TikTok account.
Is that what you're focused on, TikTok?
Well, TikTok and Instagram, mostly.
Yeah. Do you do any dance stuff on there?
I do a lot of dancing, lip singing, a lot of podcast videos.
Yeah.
We have.
Oh, yeah. You put
So.
outtakes and stuff?
Yeah, since our podcast is also on TikTok and Instagram, and since this huge podcast is getting huge, I feel like me personally it should get huger.
Yeah.
I agree. You guys are on the rise, blowing up. I love it.
I love it. Okay, we did a search that you found beautiful photos of people of all ages with Down syndrome in family activities, working, and other great settings. What would you say that Green Flag embrace inclusion and representation? Thank you.
Representation.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, definitely. No, we work with all kinds of events all around the world. I think every continent we've had content coming through. So yeah, we one thing we're doing now, we have a partnership with Getty Images, who they have photographers at they do like, I think 100,000+ events every year, like the Grammys, the Oscars, all the parties. And so let's say you guys went to one of those parties and you could do a selfie, and any photo that you're in would come up. And they support all kinds of different events all different types of people, including everyone, whatever it is. And so it's pretty neat, and that you could be able to just use your a selfie and find photos of yourself and then download it and use it, on your social media. So I think the goal is one of our big goals is to get all this content, all the photos and videos out in the hands to be used, without any delay at all.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Right?
Okay, so what is your favorite thing to do with your family?
With my family, I love just having meals and talking. I love both my girls that Audrey.
Yeah.
So Presley just moved to LA. She's 23, and Chandler's in college. She's a sophomore at Stanford, and so we don't get to be together as much as we used to be. But when they're home, we just love to have either eat at home or go out to a meal and just either the four of us, or they both have boyfriends, or the six of us, whatever it is, and just to have good conversation and laugh, and that's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. If you could go back and talk to your younger self, what would you say?
I would definitely say, and it's kind of what my book talks about, but it's not always easy to do, but just try to remember to enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, because there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, and there's a bigger plan out there maybe than we understand of what life is all about, and just to try to savor every moment, and you never know what's going to happen, so just enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
That's really cool to hear.
Okay, last question for now. Who could really benefit from your book, and where can people find it?
Yeah, so people could find it anywhere, on Amazon or whatever, wherever you could download it on Kindle or whatever. But no, I think it definitely would appeal probably most to baseball fans who kind of like more of a behind the scenes thought process of what players are thinking, or they want to relate it, some of the mindsets and to what they're doing in their careers or their lives or with their family. And I think anyone who likes sports and likes to be thoughtful about life is someone that would enjoy it.
Yeah. So at the end of our podcast, we like to do a little open-ended question. Would you like to answer?
You want me to read it?
It's an open-ended question, so we can all answer the same question.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future, and why?
The past, because I want to be a baby again.
For me,
Yeah.
I probably say my future, because I think that the future is kind of cool. So, yeah, I'm gonna say future.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough question. Because both sound. If you asked me today, I might say one. If you asked me tomorrow, I'd probably say the opposite. But I think I'd want to go to the past. I want to see what the world was like, thousands of years ago. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Hopefully change the things I have done when I was a kid, so I don't have to do those things again now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, how can we find you?
You could find me.
Well, yeah.
On Sundays sometimes, but I'm not super active on social media, but LinkedIn and Instagram, I'm probably the ones that I'm the most, that I check a little bit more than others. For
Okay.
sure.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you guys? What are you most active on Instagram and TikTok?
Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, TikTok, Instagram.
Well, you guys are pros, so you're on.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah. So now we're done.
Yeah.
That was great, guys.
That was great.
Thanks
so
for having
thank
me on
you
the show.
for coming here.
So glad you came.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. You guys are really good.
Thanks.